One who seemed to be your ally just yesterday may easily refuse to honor such debts tomorrow. And sometimes allies can become enemies due to the tiniest of disagreements.
Why would you say this now, here? Jamandi, can I stab her?
Perhaps for those who consider honor to be an empty word, and confuse real nobility with the length of their family history. Some people are willing to bow before any scoundrel, so long as that scoundrel's lineage is long enough. But a person's actions are what show if someone is truly noble. The deeds of the Baron in his lands are already worthy of legend. He has proven he has the virtues necessary to be not just a Baron, but to be a true king.
Things just keep becoming
It's like we're making a
more
king shot.
interesting with you. So, near Restov's border, where once only impenetrable woods, monster lairs, and bandit dens were found, a real kingdom is emerging? I confess you have surprised me. Well,
I confessed I've
won't
forgotten who
object.
you are other than Rude.
It will be entertaining to see how that turns out.
I haven't the slightest doubt that this man will become one of the best kings the River Kingdoms have ever known.
Requires neutral. Bow slightly to both ladies. Bravois experiencing hard times right now. Internal feuds threaten to bring real disaster. My kingdom and I are ready to act as a guarantor of peace.
You take upon yourself a heavy and thankless burden, but I believe you're up to the challenge.
So you had to be neutral for that.
I agree. I suppose
Hey,
that
Barry.
would be best for us all. And now, let me bid you farewell. I was truly happy to meet you face to face once more. With all my heart, I wish your young kingdom great prosperity.
I'm a pickle, Rick.
And I hope your newly
Funniest thing I've ever
established
seen.
noble family will have a long and glorious history.
Natalia Sertova turns and leaves. Cezanne, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 47 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome back.
Well, Your Highness, it's time to get ready for the coronation. You'll probably want to restore order within your lands first. As I'm sure you'll agree, it would certainly be odd to hold a celebration with monsters roaming the land and a crazed barbarian chieftain still at large. Once these issues are resolved, I'll be happy to see the region once known as the Stolen Lands become a full-fledged country, led by a truly noble sovereign. Till we meet again at your coronation.
After a farewell handshake, Jamandi leaves, her fighters following close behind. Okay. All right. How do I exit the map? Okay, so that chunk of the quest is done. All right. F5. Oh, maybe, if I'm lucky, right here. Yeah, alright. I was thinking I was going to have to run across the map again to the south side. Okay, so here's all the loot from the soldiers that I ignored. Oh my god, it's actually a little laggy. I'm like, please load all the army's bodies. It's like, ugh. More bodies on this map than, like, all of Inner Naos in Guild Wars 2. Help, there's an army of demons. That's like 3 dudes. What do you mean an army of demons? They're attacking with a horns formation. There's just like 4 of them in a line. Oh my god. Alright, man, I'm gonna do something stupid. Collect all. Oh my god, 5,000 pounds. Okay. Not my brightest idea. Alright. Sort by weight and descending order. What? Oh my god. What? I have to put it back on the body? It's freaking UI. So we're like technically going back and putting clothes back on the bodies. I'm just trying to get rid of the non-magical items. I just need to get it below the heavy mark. Gods above. Okay, we're in medium. Let's see. I think if you want to reduce the lag, you better loot all and sell all. Yeah. Just keep it and sell to the nearest merchant. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab everything I can and take it back and sell it. Internet has discovered green screen technology. Their army is 4 guys, copied and pasted. Okay. Disturbing the dead and chasing their clothes like a necro. Yeah, I remember repeatedly doing Raise Dead on stuff in, what was it? Skyrim. And you would, like, wait for your minion to die, and then on their body, you would, like, put stuff on their body, and then they would equip it the next time you raise them. Oh, perfect. Skeletal salesman. Show me your wares. Ugh, here's 1,400 pounds of crap. Enjoy. Best of 100 pockets. Plus 5 bonus to trickery. Alright. Cool. Well, that was the solution to my little problem. Ah, no, not those. Okay. Wait, does he have any bags for sale? No, just equipable things. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Just trying to see if any bags of holding. Increase the size of my baggy waggies. Gotta get those 32 salt bags. Dang it, Lindsay, just come on. She's back there, like, stuck behind the saber-toothed tiger. Alright, current thoughts is Jubilos Quest wanted me, him, and Lindsay to be at the Inconsequent debates. And we are all in this party. So we should be able to hit that on the way home without having to change the party at all. Just gotta figure out where the entrance is to this. I'm guessing either there or there. Well, I think we need to rest first.
We should gather our strength.
Jubilin's best quest ever. Think so? Yep, there it is. Will-O-Wisp are well protected against magic attacks. However, you can hit them with magic missile. Nerd Zottenrappel. A very pale gnome, uh-oh, he's bleached, with dull, brittle hair, is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other team's already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still I'd like to know, how did you know we were coming? The gnome shrugs. The host said so. Well, are you going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start.
Follow me.
I only have control of myself.
Or don't.
Okay, read the rules. Fixing his glasses, Jubilos looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the Inconsequent debates, year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1, obey the host in everything. Item 2, come in triplets. Item 3, no fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily, even if you really want to, even if you apologize later. Item 4, the most important one, the participant must assume the shape of a giant frog. Jubilos looks puzzled. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What irresponsible wordmonger What is this? Am I a frog? Perception. Examine the rules. Something is obviously wrong here. Succeeded at a perception check. It's not difficult to see that the text of the last item of the rules is a little different from the others. Looks like someone just added it in, vaguely copying the style. The last rule has been added to the others. I would say someone inserted it on purpose and charmed the scroll somehow. That's sabotage. The huge frog can't keep his peace and croaks in indignation, turning me, into a giant ugly toad. How, would you please tell me, am I supposed to participate in the debates like this? I didn't carefully rehearse my image and the impressions I make on my listeners just to lose it all in a snap. And what if the spell can't be lifted? My admirers won't even recognize me. Don't be upset, you're not an ugly frog. In fact, you're a rather handsome one. No, I can't bear this. Are you saying that the last rule was written in? Some other participant must have done it to hinder their rivals. Mukluk, we need to find the trickster and make them fix it. You could say hell no. Stay a frog. Don't worry, I'll question everyone here and identify the trickster. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. I'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever is responsible for this. Okay. Sir Ulfrey. Greetings, I'm Sir Ulfrey, loyal follower of the Tentacles of Aomade, knight, noble, and crusader from Mindev. Tentacles. Ah yes, my knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it now must be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. In just a few phrases, he managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. The Tentacles of Evil. And why is it that you want to change the motto, sir? You see, upon my arrival, I immediately went to read the tentacles of the event. But Guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed, and everyone who reads them must say tentacles every so often, which is why, happening to me now. Tentacles. If I can't get rid of this affliction, at least, tentacles, I can make it into my motto. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was all done by one of the participants who allowed their tentacles to guide their heart. I hate it when my tentacles guide my heart. Gets me in so much trouble. Including you and me and my tentacles, 4 teams of 3 have arrived. I swear by my tentacles, my service to the host, most honest Aomade would never allow such tentacles. Nor would I suggest you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. You don't often see Aasimar in these lands. Aasimars are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our wars against the demons. Sometimes this camaraderie sparks a tentacle. I mean, personal attraction. But just the presence of a holy celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Aasimar child. See? Easy as tentacles. Are you participating in the debates? I most certainly am, by my tentacles. I've come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles, and possibly find a new way to fight tentacles. That is, demons. If I win, the fame must answer all my tentacles. So you're a Mendevian crusader. Truly spoken. I hope you've heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. Did you try to talk to the host about this? I did in the name of tentacles, but Fae think that cheating is within the rules and tentacles is perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. Alright, I'm gonna leave. Before you go, let me ask you, and in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What need brought you to the tentacles debates? Well, that would be me. I asked for the Baron's help in the tentacle. In this endeavor, because winning will let us ask what made the tentacle. What made the gnomes leave First World. For me, these tentacles are something more than scientific curiosity. Jubilost is now accidentally saying tentacles. I'm amazed at how inquisitive the tentacles of your mind are, sir. I admit it's the first tentacles I've ever talked to, and it's first time I've ever talked to such a learned frog. Tentacles. Forgive me my ignorance, but it never even crossed my feeble tentacle that there are educated ones among your race. For the love of Desna, I'm not a frog. Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Jubilost Narthropple, well-known publicist and researcher. This shape is but the consequence of a silly prank. I'm a gnome, and that is why I'm participating in the debates, to learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching and discover a way to reach it, to reverse it, to fight it. In that way, I wish our worthy rivals good tentacles, in the name of truth, justice, and tentacles. Okay.
Not that I care.
Nerd. The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him and immediately what? And immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter while he was running from the horde of unicorns through the fields of giant flytraps. Oh, like you understand everything in literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Ah, hello again, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nerd Zartentharple, and these 2 idiots are my brothers, Viar and Loire. So what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In the author's last book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Why are you calling these frogs your brothers? Haha, these fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Naird's colorless and dim eyes flare up with a mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog. So now I have 2 frog brothers. I guess I leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes, Naired responds quickly. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Loire. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. You look pale. Because he's got the bleaching. She looks bleached. Jubilos's voice is grim. It's alright. I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zartendroppels don't go down easy. Naired smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death hasn't taken us yet. For anyone who doesn't know, this was an interesting thing. The gnomes in this game, they live for a very, very, very long time, but their life, like, the end, they eventually get, like, lose all color, and they become, like, black and white. And they call it the bleaching. And when they do that, they become, like, really monotone and boring. And they can stave off the bleaching by having new experiences. So that's why they're constantly super curious and getting into everything and exploring, and they have wanderlust, and they're going into dungeons and stuff like that. Because if they stop having new experiences, the bleaching takes them. And so this person is, like, you know, getting on in years. Are you participating in the debates? Sure, although really we're just here to see the show. We figured it would be fun, and we were right. Alright, talk to you later. A kobold? What's next to the kobold? A rabbit? 2 rabbits. Kobold. A little kobold raises his little snout at you. Greetings! Are you participating in the debates? Yes! Participate! I participate. Amazing! We'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of the unforgettable Tartuk. The kobold looks at Jubilos with interest. Huge frog! You speak? Can me mount you? I feed you ants, clean you skin. I am writer. In the list of all job offers I've ever received, that will honorably be placed in the I'm ready to cry section. What else is in that section? Like you cleaning up the bathrooms at a gas station? Why do you have those jerboas there? The kobold lowers his head. Faye say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we 3. Participate. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me, aloud. But then scream. I scared. So what do you want to ask the host if you win? I dragon. How become dragon? Alright, I'll go. See you, see you. Okay. Jubilost. The Fae are no match for my ingenuity. You want me to read this nonsense again? Fine, fine, it's not going to get any worse. It starts the same, and then item 4, the most important one, the participant must say tentacles at least every 10 words. Wait, did it work? I'm not a frog anymore. Thank tentacles. Wait, what was that? I meant to say thank Desna. I'm probably just tentacles. I meant tired. Just tired. It makes me tentacles. Ah! You want me to read these rules? It starts the same, and then item 4, the most important one, the participant must routinely enter desperate screaming fits. Ha ha, if this role really is charmed, it will be so much fun! Wait, did I just really scream that? I'm the model of academic tact and restraint! What's going on? For the love of Desna! I think it's these guys. The little kobold said that you helped him read the rules. Yeah, it's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every poll. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You're confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, then why isn't one of you screaming? How was it that both of your brothers were turned into frogs? And if Naired already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves? Or make you read them and put a spell on you? Naired adjusts her ridiculous helm and strikes a rakish pose. Because you're gnomes. Only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully getting caught in their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud voice. I like you. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister's the one who did it. Enough snitching, Loire. You're just jealous it was Naired who came up with the idea. And why did you do it? You're so boring. We wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or croaking. Naired roars with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Stop this immediately and release Jubilos from the spell. Croak. Croak, croak. We're just stupid frogs. We understand nothing. Naired pretends not to hear anything. I apologize in advance if another screaming fit's about to start, but please let's leave them be. I'm ready for anything. Despite the fact that I'll look like an idiot because of all the screaming. Intimidate. It'll be 50-50. You think I won't use force despite the rules of non-aggression? Lift the spell, or else. Nerd looks at you angrily. I spent so much time getting this prank ready. If only you knew how hard it is when there's almost no color left in you. Fine. Here you go. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go, quickly. Jubilowed, yeah. The hooded figure looks mundane, but after looking for a long time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow as if in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent Debates. You can call us the host. We're the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there is anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forgot them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want, as your reward, for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers. And always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see. It will be you, Little Kobold, you, Sir Allfrey, you, Neard, and you, Mukluk. Remember one thing, here at the Inconsequent Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer is right, and each one will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one, your rival might be a heavier argument. And most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. I'm afraid if I ask a question, he's gonna be like, that's your one question. You know, like a spiteful genie. So I'm gonna say, okay, let's begin. Begins! The kobold jumps from joy. We are ready. The knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. All right, let's see how rough they have it in First World. How tough they have it in First World. Some of you look so serious. Thus, we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Juby, Lindsay, what's our answer? Okay, I'm thinking time. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I can think of 1,000 of them at once and I don't know where I can hide from them. Let's see. We're dealing with a Fae in the First World. They told us clearly that trivial answers won't cut it. I think the good answer is its own will. In the First World, mountains often change position, and there at least that one does it of its own free will. That's Ulas, one of the Tane, the walking mountain. Its own will. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? The little kobold frowns desperately. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move mountain. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. Teleportation spell. Haha, I could probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We have heard you. Now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint a fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of our motions, actions, and decisions. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? Okay, before even reading the options, I'm thinking a secret. Jubilost? That's a no-brainer. It's glory. It can't belong to many because then it's devalued, and it can't belong to just one either. Secret! The little kobold looks as if he's about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe a dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or to his righteous cause or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. Vyar, look how hard I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answer from the Zottenthroppel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now as for the other answers. The heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose hearts belong to beautiful women and a beloved mother, plus their friends, plus their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And if it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. A secret is a good answer. The more souls that know it, the less mysterious it is. But without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins this round, Baron. Hear the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment us, bring us joy, or kill without a single word. What is it? Wisdom check passed. It's our past. Each day we live, it grows. All right. An evil twin from another timeline? What do you say, Jubilost? Considering that question is asked by a representative of the Fae, the answer could be anything from singing to the love of pastries, but let's think logically. The last part of the riddle can be easily ignored because just about anything in the world can aid or ruin you depending on the circumstances. What's important is that the riddle clearly points to some quality or property of a living creature, something that is born with us. Another point, it grows. I would say knowledge. Each new day brings something new, so our knowledge of ourselves and the world keeps growing. For some, though, this process is ridiculously slow. It's our past. We have heard you. What will the others say? What is the monster? The little kobold grabs his head, stressed. Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It is born with us. It grows day by day. It saves us from the bleaching, and if only you knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacles beast in our soul. We feed it with our wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually, it could break free and kill us, but tentacles must admit, the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feed our monster is the only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count, alas. Curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we described must by its own nature grow. Many see their curiosity dim over the years. The answer about the inner beast is not bad, but another one surpasses it greatly. The past is the monster we are inseparable with in our life, and often in death as well. Each lived moment makes it grow. It contained everything. Our aspirations, our ambitions, our knowledge, our successes, and our failure. It can be the rock that weighs us down or the wings on which we soar. But forgive us this example of bad poetry. We declare you, Baron Mukluk, and your triplet, the winners of this round. One final round, and then we will sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight Dragon Snag? The knight defeats the dragon burns the stag, but if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. That's paper, rock, scissors. Okay, so knight kills dragon, dragon kills snag, snag kills knight. Children's games, great. These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon, the one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag, and snag will defeat knight. We'll play Sir Alfrey against the Kobold, and Nerd Zotentroppel against the Baron. The winners will play each other in the first pair. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so... okay, I can already see this. The Kobold is going to yell dragon every single time, and the Knight is going to yell tentacles every single time. Nartentroppel, I have no idea. Sir Alfrey, Knight, Kobold, dragon! This is all too predictable, but charming in a way. The host is obviously enjoying the game. It's a good thing we didn't look ahead. It's much more fun to see it unfold like this. Sir Alfrey wins. Now for the second pair. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Snag. Dragon! Nerd Zotentroppel. Nerd shouts, performing a spot-on impersonation of the Kobold, then falls over laughing. Looks like her own amusement is more important to her than the competition. No! Nerd Zotentroppel wins this round. Don't sigh so mournfully, Sir Jubilost. Your disappointment will make all the flowers within 100 steps wilt and die. Besides, all is not lost. The results have yet to be tallied. The final pair, Neared against Sir Alfrey. 1, 2, 3. Sir Alfrey takes a deep breath in with his mighty chest, but then the curse takes over. Tentacles! Nerd begins, but then she hears what her opponent shouted, refuses to finish, and doubles over with laughter. No one wins the round. Well, it was fun anyway. Now it's time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of the Baron and Sir Jubilost wins. He didn't say Lindsay. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. You should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles it was a worthy struggle. Your triplet performed better than we could have imagined. For that reason, you may ask us not 1, not 2, but 3 questions. They must be asked by the Baron, the voice of your triplet. Mukluk, do you remember? The fate of the Jubilost suddenly stops talking. He opens and closes his mouth, but makes not a sound. Have a silence spell, mate! I love it! Now what's it gonna do? Come, brothers, let's run. Now everything is in your hands, Mukluk. Think well upon your questions. We will answer honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. Ask about what a host from First World might know. Any suggestions for a good pet name? I want to know why the gnomes left First World. There is the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convinced you of this. That is why we present to you another answer. A good one. A valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find the find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead man, and his black feathered messenger. The second is 12 times in 12, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the two numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find the one who will open the secret. What? Okay, hold on a sec. Black-feathered messenger was the bird from earlier. The ancient dead man was the Cyclops. Thrice the number of those who lost their faces was the three defaced sisters that were leading the barbarians. Wait until he who is born twice, that's Angrim Twiceborn, will twice be defeated. We haven't defeated him the second time. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of Candlemere. So go to Candlemere after we defeat Angrim again, is how I'm interpreting this. A heap of senseless mumble instead of a... First walk the road, then you may accuse us of being senseless. But in the end, you won't. We can ask about the bloom. I already know about the bloom. Three. What? I want to know who my love is. Good pet name. Tell me about this affliction, this bloom that fell on my barony. Oh, that's an easy one. Or is it? Once a very powerful creature from First World unwisely provoked the rage of those who are 100-fold mightier. She was cursed and sent here to Galarian to the Stolen Lands. Without going into too much detail, her curse afflicts the locals as well. To put it simply, your troubles will not cease until you've dealt with this uninvited guest. Anyway, we've discussed this further in your tomorrow and my yesterday. Any suggestions for a good pet name? The host laughs. You children can be so funny. A pet name, you say. If it's a horse, call it Herring. Always give your horse a fish name. That was your final question. We have the answer, and yet we don't. But what an adventure. Mukluk will have to discuss this further on our return to the capital. Farewell, Mukluk. We almost forgot. The host turns to the kobold. You little creature. You didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps from joy, but then carefully asks, pointing at her as Jaboas, take my friends? Yes? The rabbits he caught? All right, fine, the hooded creature laughs. Listen all, the inconsequent debates are now closed. We spare all of you the effects of the Zottenroppel tricks and bid you farewell. Oh, the Tentacle Knight is no longer the Tentacle Knights. Oh, find the culprit, win the debates. Okay.
Will this ever end?
All right, let's go back to the world map. Yeah. Wait, this gives you an opportunity to get Harem in the group. Then we can go do Harem's quest. Could do that. Usually, if you want to change your group out in the wild, you just have to stand there for days while the new member walks over. Alright. Cool. Alright, well, we made substantial progress that time. Alright, so on the world map, we've just got, like, this section over here, and, you know, just a couple of miscellaneous things over here. Yeah. Alright, we're going to save it there, and pick it up from here the next time we play Pathfinder Kingmaker.